everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I've got a video discussing my initial thoughts on the PS5 Digital Edition because, yep, I have now got it as I mentioned in Sunday's Astoundcast, so it's now here, and I've had about an hour or so on it so far, and I've got to say, it feels like a really good console so far. Like, definitely some improvements on the PS4, namely in the way of activity cards, but I'll talk about the more in-depth stuff when I do a bit of a comparison in a couple of days. With probably not much of a surprise, I'm going to be comparing it to the Xbox Series S. I may throw the Nintendo Switch in there, because why the hell not? But yeah, in a few days you can expect a comparison between the PS5 Digital and the Xbox Series S, which are of course both of the digital editions of the current Xbox and PlayStation lines. So, how do I feel about the console as a whole? So far, as I said, I've had about an hour on it, so not too much experience, but enough to give a pretty well-rounded reaction to it. Of course, you guys know I loved the PS4. It was very good to me. It lasted about 5 years. However, it was my first ever PlayStation to die. Yeah, I've had previously 2 PSPs, both of which lasted me pretty damn well. Had a PS3, which is actually still working to this day, and I've had the PS4, which obviously went on me a few weeks ago. As for the PS5, it feels quite sturdy. The controller feels massively better than the PS4. Not saying that the PS4 controller felt bad. In fact, if you go way back into my videos, you will see that I did a bit of a comparison between the Xbox One and the PS4. At which point, I did compare the controllers of the two. And I did say that I loved the feel of the PS4 controller versus the Xbox One. And I've got to say, I really like the PS5 controller a lot more than the PS4. So I definitely say the controller aspect of it goes to the PS5 in terms of comparison between the newer version and the older console. Now, I do want to bring about a little bit of a negative, and that is, of course, the size of the PS5. It's flipping huge. Like, genuinely, it's really tall, and honestly quite wide, and honestly quite weirdly shaped as well. Because it kind of sprouts out a bit, rather than the Xbox, which is just, you know, a straight rectangle. So it's a bit of a weird shape, I can't lie. It is rather big in comparison to the Xbox Series S, which is much smaller in comparison to its digital rival in the PS5 Digital Edition. But, you know, it needs that space because it is an incredibly powerful console from what I've heard. Of course, it does support RTX for quite a few games, which I'm definitely going to be trying out at some point very soon. I believe one of them is Spider-Man PS4, so I'm definitely going to be giving that one a bit of a blast, see how that does. But yeah, so far, I'm loving this console. I really can't wait to try it out a bit more again in a few days' time. I will be doing a full-blown, basically, pros and cons video, if you remember them, from the for the Xbox Series S and the PlayStation 4, and because I can, I might throw in the Nintendo Switch to see how that stacks up against the both of them. I know it is a wildly different console, but still, let's see how they all stack up, because it is, of course, the current gen of consoles, so let's all see how they stack up against each other. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video on my initial reaction to the PS5 Digital Edition. I'm going to be slipping up on that for a while. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video, as I said. So please, like the vid, sub to mine and Roxanne's channels. Her link's in the description, as always. My sub button, down there, of course. Please click the sub buttons and the bells to get both sets of our notifications. Comment as well, because why the heck not? And let me know what you think about the PS5 if you have one already. And if you haven't, have I convinced you to get one yet? Or are you waiting for my Xbox, PlayStation, Switch pros and cons video? Once you've done that too, please follow me on my social medias. There'll be a link tree in the description as always. And below that'll be Roxanne's website. And lastly, please, please, please do share this video with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye!